everyone and welcome back to Fashioneyesta. So today I have a brand new video for you and it's a very exciting one because it is a tag video in collaboration with Molly Burke. This is a tag that we've created and it's called the Blind Girl Beauty Tag. Now if you don't know who Molly Burke is, if you've not watched my previous videos, Molly Burke is a lady who lives over in the US and she's a really inspirational lady. She has a visual impairment, she works with a guide dog and she's all about making people aware that disability isn't the end of the world, and she's a motivational speaker. Now Molly got in touch with me a couple of weeks ago and I got in touch with her and we were chatting and we were saying about how we really wanted to create a video on YouTube about sight loss and beauty and how being visually impaired doesn't stop you from being able to apply makeup or to do your hair or anything at all like that. So hence we came up with a video called the Blind Girl Beauty Tag. Now I am going to first of all start off by saying is that you don't have to be blind to do this tag. If you're visually impaired, that's fine. We just wanted to create that name because we thought it sounded quite cute, like it had a nice ring to it. But if you're visually impaired or short-sighted, you can still do this video. You're not in any way exempt from it, and it's all themed around questions to do with being sight impaired and how you put on makeup or, you know, fashion and that kind of thing. So I'm going to get started. I'll link Molly's channel down below. You should totally check her out if you haven't, because she'll be doing her video as well on the same day that I'm doing it, so you can go and check her video out as well, and you definitely should go and check her out because she's amazing. Question number one is, what is the hardest makeup product to apply as a person with a visual impairment? I probably would say for me personally eyeliner, because I think especially like liquid liners, because I have nystagmus as well as my other condition, which is optic nerve hyperplasia, so my eyes shake a lot, so it can be really difficult to get them to stay straight when I'm doing my eye makeup. Plus I'm blind in one eye but I've got sight in the other, so I'm basically having to do it one method on one eye and then the other method on the other eye, so it's really confusing. So I personally tend to stay away from liquid liners and use something more like a crayony type liner or a pencil, so I don't use liquid ones with a brush. So that's personally the hardest one that I've found to use. Question two, what is your one top tip for shopping with sight loss? I personally would say my top tip is to go with someone who knows your style and knows you quite well, because I think shopping itself is quite a social thing anyway. I like going out with my friends or with my mum shopping, so I wouldn't go on my own anyway, and plus it gets really busy when you go shopping, and putting your trust into someone like a shop assistant or a personal shopper can be quite difficult, especially if you don't know you, what you're comfortable with, what your style is, what you're looking for. And plus if you go with a friend or family member, you can chat about what you're looking for, what you're after, and they can go with you and they can give you a hand. So I personally would say go with someone who you know and you trust, because that will always make the shopping experience a lot more easier and a lot more pleasurable for you. Question three, what is the one beauty item you stay away from due to vision loss? So I've already said this, probably liquid liner. I probably would say I stay away from it quite a lot because it is probably too difficult. So yeah, mostly liquid liners that you have to apply with a brush. Question four, what tips would you give to a young girl struggling with vision loss who wants to get into makeup? I personally would first of all say to get to know your skin tone and to have a really good skincare routine as your basis, because the better your skin looks to start off with, the better your makeup's going to be. And I think having a good skincare routine is more important than makeup, because you can always get more makeup. You can never really get your skin looking back to its original state. But when the damage is done to your skin, and it's difficult to correct it or to sort it out. So I personally would say have a good skincare routine to start off with, and to know what products work for you, and to actually go to someone to get a consultation. So whether that be to go to a makeup counter like Clinique for example, or to go to a makeup tutorial class that you can get on Groupon, whatever you need to do. I think the most important thing is to know the fundamentals, so to know how to put foundation on properly, to know how to contour, to know how to do your eyebrows well, to know how to do the basics, but also I think making life easier, so going to get your eyelashes tinted so you don't have to put on mascara, just to make life easier for you in the long run, so it's not as difficult to put things on in the morning and you can basically have more time for the more difficult things. So that's personally what I would recommend if you're starting off with makeup. Question number five is, how did you learn to apply makeup with sight loss? I learned to apply makeup from my mother actually, because I've said this before, she used to work for a makeup company. She worked for Estee Lauder companies for about 9.5 years. So when I got to about 14, she started to teach me how to put my own makeup on and what works for my skin tone, what doesn't, how to do certain things. So she taught me from scratch. She still teaches me a thing or two today. I still learn occasional tricks from her. So I think having the fact that my mother worked in the makeup industry really did help, because she was really quite a big makeup wearer anyway, and she also was taught how to put makeup on, you know, how to apply makeup to someone with visual impairments and how to teach them, and also cancer patients as well she was taught, so she was quite used to that sort of thing, and she actually dealt with a few visually impaired customers, so I think she knew what to tell me and what not to tell me, and you know, some of the steps that I would need to know. So I'm really grateful for what my mum taught me, and to be honest, I wouldn't trust anyone when I'm shopping out with makeup. I always have to take my mum when I'm going to get new makeup, because I wouldn't trust anyone else. Question 6. What is the one thing that every girl should be able to do without looking? So makeup wise, I think probably the one thing would be foundation, I would have to say. You can put it on with your fingers, you don't have to even look, and as long as you start from the centre and blend it in outwards and blend it in the hairline and the neckline and the jawline, it's the same as putting on a cream or a serum. It's basically just a case of blending it in and rubbing it into your skin. I mean, and putting it on from the centre of your face and working outwards means you won't get a line of foundation around your hairline on your face, because I think that's the worst mistake you can make with foundation. So as long as you start from the centre and blend it in, and it's a gradual blend out, it should look absolutely fine. I think that's the one thing everyone should be able to do without a mirror. So question 7, do you think being able to see yourself affects your self-confidence? Not really, no. I mean, I think sometimes it can, but I think as a whole, I think feeling good is so much more important. I mean, like, I can get up some days and I run my hand through my hair and it feels greasy, and that instantly goes boom, like my self-confidence goes whoop, down the hill. So I personally say no. I mean, it doesn't affect your self-confidence. I think confidence really does come within, so I think it's about, you know, feeling good, feeling clean, feeling healthy, feeling like you've got energy, and I think confidence has to start from within, so you have to work on your self-esteem for it to show on the outside. So I don't necessarily think looking in a mirror and seeing yourself affects your self-confidence. I just think that if you are able to know how to take care of yourself and look after yourself, and know that in yourself that you've done everything to make yourself look good, then you shouldn't really need to look at yourself in the mirror to know that you look good and that, you know, you have self-confidence personally. Question 8. Name one thing you need help with when it comes to makeup or fashion. So I think for me, the one thing I do occasionally need help with, like I said, is eyeliner. Pretty much mostly. I mean, I can do lip liner and things myself, but eyeliner can be a bit of a tricky business. And I'd also say when I'm out shopping, certain materials confuse me. Like, sometimes when I feel a certain material and it feels quite sheer, I usually stay away from it unless I've got someone with me to say if it looks quite see-through, because I can't really see if something looks very see-through or not in certain lights. So I probably would take my mum and say, does this look quite sheer to you, or is this quite see-through? Would you be able to see my knickers through this? And she'd tell me if you can or can't. Certain fabrics and certain materials I don't usually buy unless I'm with someone who can tell me whether they're see-through or not. What is a blind girl fashion or beauty essential? I'd probably say for me, my Babyliss Pro Curl Secret, which is, I've previously done a tutorial with it, which I'll link below if you want to go and check that out. And it's basically a curling tool where it will take the hair up and it will rotate it around this curling chamber. And it basically does all the work for you, so I don't really have to use GHDs or a curling tong or anything to do my hair, it just does it for me. And I really couldn't be without that. I mean, I've actually done the curls with this today. It's kind of a loose beachy curl, and I really, really loved that. And I think for me, that is my one essential that I would absolutely swear by. Question number 10. What is the best part about applying makeup as someone with vision loss? I would say personally for me, the best part about applying makeup with vision loss is the feeling of a nice, fresh cream tinted moisturiser, BB cream, a cream foundation. I love the one by Bare Minerals, the Complexion Rescue one, that's amazing. And I also really like the Bourjois Healthy Mix one, the foundation. I just like the way it makes my skin feel very smooth and fresh, and like I've just put on a new coat of paint on my face, and it just feels so lovely on my skin. I love cream foundations. I don't really like powder ones because of the texture, but I do like a cream foundation. So I think another thing that I love about putting makeup on is lip glosses, like certain ones like from Bare Minerals that have that really nice spearminty kind of taste to them, and when you put them on your lips they're really tingly and they really make your lips feel fresh and like dewy. I love that feeling. I really like lip glosses actually. I love the way that they feel and how they make my lips feel all nice and smooth again and everything. So I definitely would say lip glosses and cream foundations. Question 11. Have you ever experienced any major fashion or makeup disasters in the past that are due to vision loss? Yes, I have. I previously put on contour wrong, and it was like quite a dark contour. It was from like Kiehl's or something, and it's nice, but the thing is, I put on too much and I looked like a chimney sweep because it was like really strong, like war paint. Like I came down the stairs and my dad went, "Whoa!" She fogged her tray above the makeup, and it was really embarrassing because I'd put too much on. So I definitely have had a really bad experience with contouring, so I just use bronzer now to contour. I don't even bother with proper like contour kits because I'm like, no, I'm not having another disaster like I did previously. Question 12. Do you ever have any people commenting that you don't look blind or visually impaired? Oh my god, yes, all the time. Like, oh, you didn't look blind, or are you her trainer? Meaning my guide dog, by the way. Are you the guide dog's trainer? Like, no, I'm visually impaired. Like, she's my guide dog. Oh, you wouldn't think it. You don't look blind. It's like, I get it on a whole, like probably maybe once a day. So definitely, I do get that said to me quite a lot in my daily routine, so that is a thing I always hear. And actually, that's what inspired me to start my blog, so woo! 3 years ago, someone said that to me. Question 13, do you use any pieces of assistive technology to help you apply makeup or to plan outfits being visually impaired? I have a virtual closet, which basically I organise all of my stuff when I buy it. I take pictures of it, I give it a little description, and I put it onto my virtual closet, which is an app. And that's really useful because I can plan outfits in advance, I can, have ideas of what I want to wear, I can make a note of where I've put things, so that's really useful actually. I also do use a magnifier as well, like my Looky, which is like a magnifier from the RNLB for certain makeup products. If I can't see the print, I will use that so I can magnify it so I can see what I'm doing. I also use Zoom and VoiceOver on my iPhone when I'm doing certain shopping, or the Speak Selection content or Speak Screen, because sometimes if I can't really see the print, I'll enlarge it, or I'll use VoiceOver to read it out to me when I'm like shopping for clothing or makeup or something like that. So I definitely use that quite a lot. So that was my Blind Girl Beauty tag. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I actually had a really good time making this tag. It was really interesting to film. So now I'm going to pass on this tag to a few of my subscribers and some bloggers that I know. I tag Secrets of Beauty to do this video. I tag Charlotte Eads. I also tag Kelsey from the Balmaholic TV. I tag, on blogs, I tag Kimberly from the blog Gleamed, and I tag Stephanie from the blog Bold Blind Beauty. So I'll leave the links below if you want to go and check them out. You totally should. If you know anyone who you think might want to do this tag, then let them know and just say that me and Molly Burke created it. Like I said, I will link Molly's channel down below because you should totally check it out. And yeah, that's it from me for today, guys. I really hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you in my next one. Goodbye, everyone. One I got was the cupcake one from Lush. Reason being is because I have been getting a bit of spots at the moment, and this one is supposed to be quite good for it. It's a chocolatey scent, it's also got mint in there. It smells so, oh, it smells so good. I just literally want to lick it. It smells amazing, and I just wanted to try this one because I haven't used it in a while, but when I used to use it, it was particularly good for my skin. It's also good if you've got combination skin or young skin, or